a couple of hours there. Patrick Bennett's in the house along with Shay Walker. Shay, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How
Good
are
morning. Good.
Patrick, good to see you, sir. Everything okay?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
All righty. So if I see you, I know there's a deadline somewhere.
There is. Jumpstart Test Prep provides ACT prep around the country for parents that have students that are getting ready for the ACT. So there is a national test date coming up on February the 12th. So there's still 16, 17 days to prepare for that exam. And as you know, we've got online, on-demand ACT prep, money-back guarantee. Your student will improve if they complete our program before they test. And we're excited about that. We've got a lot of students that are working right now to get their scores up. And then statewide, we've got the spring mandated junior test date coming up around March 1st for some schools, a little later in March for the coast schools. But schools are actively trying to get juniors prepared for that attempt. So important time right now for prep to get ready for the test.
How has COVID affected you guys?
Well, we're in pretty good shape with COVID. So when a school utilizes our program and a student is out for COVID, as long as they have possession of their physical workbooks and an internet connection at home, the teachers can make assignments for the modules that they need to complete to keep up with the class that's doing the review.
Yeah.
So our program is all about reviewing. It reviews content that kids have learned a long time ago, right before they go in tests. So it becomes top of mind for them, tips and strategies, time practice. That's what we're about, and that's why we see great improvement results.
Shay's been in this business a long time, and I understand the audience turns over, and we also get a lot of new people every single week. So that means since the last time you were here, people have no idea what Jumpstart Test Prep is, nor do they have any idea about some of the confirmations of how it works, where it worked, you on a personal basis. And Patrick, whatever you don't want to jump in, you can certainly jump in. But just for people who've never heard of this, they have a teenager. That kid is not too far from making that decision as far as college is concerned. Financial information is more important than ever. So just tell them from your perspective what this is, why it matters.
Well, I was a parent. That's how this thing started. And my daughter needed improvement on the ACT at the last minute. And we found a 40-year ACT prep teacher that had a brief class, tips, strategies, time practice, content review, and moved my daughter meaningfully at the last minute. And I realized when I asked my daughter, what did y'all do that made this kind of difference in your score? She said, Dad, she started reviewing things that I hadn't seen since the 8th grade. Well, that let me know that all students, juniors and seniors, are going to be tested on content that they've learned long ago in their academic career. And it's so important that they review before they go into and test. So if we're going to have a test tomorrow on Chapter 2, we go study Chapter 2 tonight. But that's not how this works. It's going to test you on everything you've learned in your academic career. And Long Beach High School was one of the first schools that we implemented our review in. Once we created it with this legendary educator, Dot McClendon, who I mentioned was 40-year ACT prep teacher, 55-year educator, 19-year STAR teacher in Mississippi, STAR Teacher Hall of Fame inductee. When we built this program, Long Beach partnered with us to determine its efficacy. And so we had a study that Patrick was involved in at Long Beach and proved the value, the improvement case for every subject, math, English, reading, science. And Long Beach still continues to use our prep program for their students as they're getting ready to prepare for the ACT. And now Patrick is over the career and technical with Long Beach, and they work on getting students ready with the ACT work keys. And Patrick, tell us.
The state in the last couple of years has made a big push, the MDE, the legislator, to basically push vocational career paths and actually making work keys part of an alternative career graduation path to the ACT. So the workplace, basically this test, the work keys test, is probably the most relevant test that these high school kids will take. It's a test, graphic literacy, workplace documents, and
applied math,
which basically gives them an idea of where they are. It can be used for employers. A lot of large employers give the test to people applying for jobs. These kids actually can see what career path suits them best by these scores on this test. And like I said earlier, it's applied math. It's actually math that they will use in the workplace. So it's very important. So give these kids another career pathway or graduation pathway.
So some of these are, your program is taught in or given in schools, but you can do it individually if it's not.
Yeah, see, it's the WorkKeys test is an assessment that some states provide to all seniors. And they mandate, just like we do, all juniors take the ACT. Some states say all seniors will take the ACT WorkKeys, and we'll get an idea of what their job skill proficiency is and match them to many career types that they might not even be considering. Mississippi's not done that yet. We've appropriated some money last year for schools to be reimbursed if they choose to provide the WorkKeys test for seniors. But Long Beach has taken the initiative to test all of their students, in some cases multiple times, so that they get the high score they can on this important test. And what they found is it's difficult to find prep for this test. If you can imagine a senior being tested on a subject called workplace documents, how many workplace documents have they seen as a senior in high school?
That's true.
So
That's true.
We've worked 2 years, Paul, to develop a brief prep for this assessment, and Long Beach is about to pilot that prep for seniors to improve their score. So
before we run out of time, only a couple of more minutes here, but how this transcends into the financial part of this, if they invest in this, if they don't pass it, you still don't charge?
Well, that's right. If a parent buys our ACT prep, and let's say they're coming in the door, and we sell it a la carte too. So let's say your student only needs English prep. You can just buy English prep. You tell us what their best prior English ACT score is, and if they complete the program, which is in our English prep, it's 8 modules. It's about a 5.5-hour time investment. A pre and a post exam that they take online.
If they don't beat that.
If they don't beat their prior best ACT score, 100% money back guarantee. And in 4 years' time, we've only written 1 check.
Yeah. In your case, where you go up a couple of points there, you're talking about scholarship money that's going to pay for that over.
It saved me a fortune. That's why I started this business with Dot McClendon. I said, we've got to deliver what you know about this exam and how to prepare for it. For every parent needs access to this. Every classroom teacher that's going to be in charge of getting students ready for this test, they need to be able to leverage what you've honed over your lifetime to help students.
Your final thoughts, sir?
There's as far as we were skeptical until we got the test scores back. I'll say there's nothing you can do in a week that's going to prepare you for the ACT like Jumpstart will.
Yeah. Shay, one more time, how do you get this, and what should they do?
JumpstartTestPrep.com, and you'll find all of our prep options there. And we've got the Super Talk promotion going right now.
So they can save some money.
If you use the promo code JUMP, you'll save 30%. And that any parent buying online can get that now. And then
save 30%. JUMP is the promo code.
That's it.
And we got plenty of time. You said the next test is what, about 18 days away?
Yeah, you got time to prep. You could buy all 4 subject areas and get it completed if your student dedicates an hour or two a night.
Make a difference.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.